In this lesson, we talk about writing a rule for a table of values. What we are doing, we are given a table of values like this with x values and y values. When x is 0, y is 3, x is 1, y is 5, x is 2, y is 7, and so on. The aim is to find a rule where by knowing any x values you can arrive at the relevant y value. Let's see how we can do this. Consider the table below as an example 1. For each value of x, a value of y is given, as we said. Write a rule to find the y value when we know the x value. Alright, I've repeated the same table here. What we are going to do, the first step is for us to see how the x is going up, starting from the left. So it's gone from 0 to 1, so it's gone up by 1. Then the next one is gone up from 1 to 2, again gone up by 1. From 2 to 3, gone up by 1 or added 1. And so on. So we add 1, so you get 4, and add 1 to get add 5. So when we are sure that this has happened, then we do the next step. We look this time around at y values, see how they are going up. So it's gone from 3 to 5, so gone up by 2. And from 5 to 7, again gone up by 2. From 7 to 9, gone up by 2. 9 to 11, increased by 2. 11 to 13, again increased by 2. Now these numbers 1 and these numbers 2 are very important for us, because our rule is going to be like this: y equal to the amount by which y going up, which is 2, so we write 2, times by the other variable, which is x, then plus a value. What this value is going to be is going to be the same value that y is when x is 0. When x is 0, y is 3. So we put the value of 3 here. This is our rule. Okay, so that is how you find the rule. All you need to do, look at the increase in x if it is 1, and look at the increase in y. Whatever the increase in y is going to be the coefficient of x. Then plus a value. What is that value? The value of y when x is 0. Value of y is 3 when x is 0. So I put 3 here. Now you can check that this works for all values. For example, if my x is 1, I should get 5 for y. Let's see if that rule gives us that. So x is 1. So I put 1 for x here. Then becomes 2. Remember there's a times between them. 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 3, which gives you 5. So it works. It gave me 5. Let's check these values, for example. when x is 3, I should get 9 for y. Let's see if the rule does this for us. So this rule tells us y equal to whatever x is times by 2 plus 3. So my x is 3. So I'm putting 3 here. Remember, there is a times between, again, 2 and x. So it's going to be 2 times 3. And 2 times 3 is 6. Plus another 3 gives me 9, which is correct. And you can check for any other x values, and you will see that it is giving you the right value for y. This is the rule. Okay, this is the rule for this table. Let's look at another example. Example 2. Find the rule for table below. Again, we have this table. We want to see how x and y are related. Which rule relates them together. I've copied this here. Again, we look at x's and see how they go up. They go up by 1, increase by 1, increase by 1, increase by 1, increase by 1. So it has to go up by 1. And to make this rule the way we are doing that. Now, what is happening to y? Y has gone from -1 to 0. The y also is going up by 1. From 0 to 1 goes up by 1. From 1 to 2 goes up by 1. 2 to 3 goes up by 1. And 3 to 4 goes up by 1. Alright, so I'm ready to write my rule. My rule is always y equal to the number by which y is going up, which is 1, times by x, so that's 1 times x, plus the value of y I have when x is 0, which is -1. So I can either say plus -1, or I can just ignore this plus and put -1 here. So that becomes y equal to 1x plus -1. I can just drop plus, so -1. And you know that 1 times x is just x. So times it by 1 doesn't make any difference. So we can just drop this 1, and that becomes x minus 1. That is the rule for this table. Now you can see if it is working or not. For example, x is 4, I should get 3 for y. So I plug into this rule. X is 4, so 4, then -1. 4 minus 1 is 3, so y equals to 3, which is the same value that I see here, so it works. And when x is 5, I should get 4 for y. If I put 5 for x here, that becomes 5 minus 1 equals to 4. So this rule works. In the next example, example 3, I'm having a case where I don't have 0 for x. We see how we go about this. So again, we look at the increase in x values, which is going up by 1. From 4 to 5, going up by 1. Then we look at y values, which going up by 3. I should have done it here, so I do plus 1. Trade out this. Alright. So going up by 1, Now I look at my y's to see how they are going up by 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Then 7 plus 3 is 10, and it's going up by 3. So, as before, my equation is going to be y equal to the number by which y is going up, which is 3 times by x, plus a value. Before, this value was the same when I had 0 for x, and whatever I had for y would have gone here. But here I don't have that situation. So how do I work this out? So all you need to do is look at a set of values for x and y. So you have x equal to 1. When x is 1, y is 4. So that means when I have 1 for x, I should get 4 for y. So this rule should give me that. So then I put these values here. So y must be 4. So put in the rule 4 equal to 3 times by x. X is 1. Plus that square. You want to see what that square is. So that becomes 4 equal to 3 times 1 is 3 plus square. You guessed it right. That square must be 1 because 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So the square is 1. Now I know the square is 1. I complete my rule. So the rule is, so square is 1. So the rule is y equal to 3x plus 1. That is how you find the rule for table of values. Thank you very much for your attention.